Cars, for some, simply a way to get from point A to B. For others, a core part of their lifestyle. They give us joy, control over our lives, and most importantly, freedom. Us drivers and racers, when we get out from behind the driver's seat, we yearn for more. This is where video games step in. A way to scratch the itch and fulfill our greatest fantasies whenever we need to. Some prefer the easy to get into arcades, whilst others crave the most precise simulation out there, but we are all connected by the love of our machines. The passion towards cars, it manifested itself in gaming as much as it has in real life. With detail freaks like Polyphony and simulation legends like Kunos, or even the hardworking indie devs making BeamNG, some strive to improve. However, most do not. They've backtracked. But you've seen this topic already. I'm not here to discuss the failure of the gaming market as a whole. I want to talk about the thing connecting the whole experience together and bringing joy to the actual driving. The sense of speed. To make a visceral sense of speed, we need to look at what the methods to actually create it are, and mix them all together to create perfection. First, there is the field of view. Second, the roar of your engine. Third, it is of course the camera shake. Fourth, the meaningful blurring. Finally, the map itself. I will be using a set of course as a test bed for these changes, so you will see the final product at the end of the demonstrations. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Also known as FOV, it exaggerates the field of view drastically, as the name suggests. For example, just look at this clip from Reddit. It is the easiest way to comprehend just how changing the field of view makes the gameplay, or in this case video, feel much faster. Why is this the case? Well, the way your brain perceives motion is by looking at the things you're going past. By artificially increasing the obstacles you go past, we help your brain quantify the apparent sense of speed drastically. I simply have no explanation and you just have to trust me. An example are the F1 cars of the old and the current wave of turbo hybrids. Unfortunately, you cannot take out all of the other variables that I'm talking about in this video to get an incomplete picture. However, you cannot tell me that this seeing the forces at play whilst driving a car is only among the most important components of a racing game's sense of speed. The car exerting forces adds context to your driving experience, possibly because it tricks your brain into believing that you're going faster than you actually are due to the fact that that level of shaking will take a lot more speed in real life than in a game. This is because our eyes are incredible at cushioning out shakiness. At least I assume so. I couldn't find any studies that go into this deeply enough, or at all. So I'm going by my own feelings here. Here are clips side to side, one with and one without camera shake. motion blur is highly controversial in video games because it generally reduces the image quality. However, it can be used to improve the sense of speed, at least a bit in normal quantities. Here is an example of no motion blur. And max motion blur, which to be fair, was done quite well on Assetto Corsa. Perhaps the best way to quantify speed is to have as many objects move around you as possible, as the best way to trick your brain into seeing as many stationary objects you're moving quickly past is to have as many of them in the first place. This one doesn't really need an explanation, as it is a fairly simple concept. One thing to note, however, is that the weather also plays a key part in this, especially rain and snow, as they add to this effect drastically. So now that we are done with everything, here is the finished product. You might have noticed how going 80 kilometers an hour in real life tends to feel fast, whilst going that speed in a video game is like barely moving. With these modifications, the sense of speed is amplified, and the perceived speed is severely higher than it used to be, thus bringing it closer to real life, if not feeling even faster. What games should you play if you yearn for the thrill of speeding? Well, other than Assetto Corsa with these simple modifications, there is a surprisingly decent amount of games that focus on this aspect. Most of them are older, however. Obviously, we have the most beloved and highest rated Need for Speed game off the lot, Most Wanted. This game does it all, from blurring to camera shake and engine sounds. It really puts the speed in Need for Speed. Coupled with the soundtrack, you constantly feel like you're going way faster than what is really the case. We also have Need for Speed Pro Street with the highway runs that are unprecedented. Absolutely insane strings of gameplay that knock everything else out of the park. With a sharp difficulty curve and polarizing sense of speed, you will be left speechless. On the 8th generation, we have Drive Club, a game so ahead of its time that it still looks damn incredible. What else to say? Just have a look and take it all in. And on the 9th gen, it would have to be Unbound. A strange pattern emerges. Need for Speed titles coincidentally having the best sense of speed. Who would have figured? Whilst the lower end seems slow, once you kick it into overdrive, you feel like you're barely holding on, similar to Most Wanted. Make sure to like and subscribe to support me making more content like this. See you in the next one.